Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is AI the Somnium Files. Last time we saw some disturbing images regarding to Date in Iris's sinking past, let us say that. Because we started a new branch in the last episode and right now we need to figure out what did we actually see. It looked like Date killed all the previous victims. He was the Cyclops killer. Is that true? That's what we need to figure out. Or is it a reflection of Iris's mind on the old Cyclops killings? Which by now we can almost for certain say she has been involved in. Because she knows way too much about it. So yeah, let's talk to Pewter first. Because I think Boss is going to be the key to moving this forward. Look. Pewter looks like his usual self. Let's see. The red figure from Sync, original and new incidents. Why did the... No, let's go with about the original Cyclops killer.
Remember what the boss said this morning. The original Cyclops killer has yet to be brought to justice. After the investigation got going, it was taken over by the government and classified. That was the last we heard anything about it. Of course, they paid lip service to the idea that the investigation was ongoing, but in reality, it was dropped completely.
Okay. Why did the original Cyclops killer appear in Iris' Somnium?
The Sinker does not always experience the somnium they expect. Dreams are pieced together from memories, even repressed subconscious ones. When using the sync machine for an investigation, we don't always see the memories we expect to see. True, oftentimes the subject will subconsciously want to express their dark secrets and repressed memories. That is why we see them so often in Somnia. And why those Somnia are so useful for criminal investigations. But this is not a guarantee. We cannot control the content of our dreams, after all.
Well, most of the time you can't control it, but technically if you are lucid dreaming, yes, then you can control it. But how that works with syncing, I would not even be able to imagine that. Alright. Continue. Why did the original Cyclops killer appear in the Somnium?
It's like I told you before. Dreams are pieced together from memories. This can be expressed as in dream D.
Oh, okay. I thought he was going to do the same thing.
Memory B plus memory C. This, of course, means that dream D is a fictional event. However, the same cannot necessarily be said about memory A, B, and C. Those happened in reality. In other words, fiction is built from combinations of reality.
So what I saw in Somnium earlier...
Yes. I believe Iris actually witnessed those events.
I do tend to agree with Pewter on this one. So are all memories real? Okay, that's a new one, so let's do the other two first. So, the red figure from the sink.
In the Somnium earlier, I saw someone else who might be the criminal. Who was he?
I wouldn't know.
That's just it. I don't know. I think it's Iris. I think that's the how she saw it, and now that she's grown up, of course you see a grown-up figure. Basically, it's like we had seen in Danganronpa before. You see like an anonymous figure, can be male, female, it doesn't really matter, just as representation of a person there. Different colors, of course, meaning there are definitely two different and separate entities. So about the original and new incidents.
I don't believe there's any meaningful connection. Between the original and new Cyclops serial killings, I mean.
Why is that?
The culprit is not the same. I am absolutely certain the original Cyclops killer could not have committed these crimes.
How can you be so sure?
Because I can. Don't worry about it. Just trust me.
Again, Pewter and Boss knows so much more than we do at this moment. If he believes that Date is the killer, of course they would know that it's not the same, because they have a full 100% track record of what Date is doing, what he's seeing through Aiba. So yeah. Could that also be the reason why he got Aiba? Because they saw this as an opportunity to study a criminal mind, that they see if they could form it over to be used as a tool for police investigations, and using Aiba as the controlling mechanism of that killer with drugs, because Aiba says numerous times that Date needs to adjust his doses as a joke, but it may be true, and also as like a leash, because they see everything, they know where he is. Could be a thing. Would be a very intent and smart move. Like getting benefits of an actual killer before disposing of him. Because if he ever finds out, they can always... That's him. We get them on a lock and guard, but we never knew it was an actual killer. They can always spin it that way. But let's see, are these memories all real?
Pewter, you said that memories happen in reality, right? But what about false memories? How do we know if the memory really happened?
Even false memories are built from the pieces of real ones. If you disassemble those pieces, you will find real events.
What about things you see in movies or television?
The events might be fictional, but the experience is not. Our imaginations are limited to what we have seen. We cannot invent something whole cloth.
True. It does stay with the fact that nothing is ever original when you see on TV, a game, or anything like that, because it's all inspired by our own imagination of all the things we've experienced throughout the years. So technically, nothing is ever original. It's just another interpretation of what we've seen. That's why you also see a lot of new movies with links to older ones. You say tribute, I say rehash of the same content. So yeah, let's talk to Boss. Boss has a serious look on her face. Same questions, only she goes with blue character. And the blue figure are gonna do the last, because that is basically asking, is Date the killer? So yeah.
Didn't I tell you? The entire case is a state secret. No matter how many times you ask, I won't tell you anything.
Okay, then different way. What about the original?
The Cyclops killer appeared 6 years ago. I lost my memories 6 years ago. There has to be some kind of connection.
There isn't. It's a coincidence.
No, it isn't.
Really?
Really.
I don't trust that. Why did the original serial killer appear in Iris Somnium?
You can't dream of something you know nothing about.
That means Iris must know about the killings.
6 years ago, Iris was 12.
Did she witness the crime at age 12? And not just one, but all four?
Yeah, they would mess somebody up real good. Okay, so let's ask the burning question. What does Boss look like? Because I don't think I did that yet. Oh yeah, serious look. Okay, go with the blue figure from the sink.
Help me understand this. What I saw during the sink earlier, that was the scene of the original Cyclops serial killings, right?
Yeah.
So the person doing the killing was the original Cyclops killer.
Right.
Did you see him? He was...
I saw your face. The original Cyclops killer was...
It can't be. That's impossible.
Date, you cannot say that for certain.
Well, at least in the reflection, he still has his original eye, so... Who knows?
You have no memories past 6 years ago.
So perhaps, Mr. Date, you are the killer. You're missing your left eye, so you steal them from others.
I'm kidding. You can't be the Cyclops killer.
Really?
Of course not. Do you think I would hire a serial killer?
Well, it did pop up in my mind, let's be honest.
You interrogated Iris before the sink. What you saw in the Somnium was just a manifestation of the fear you put in her.
Well, that could be possible, because what you see in a Somnium doesn't actually have to be reality. It's an interpretation of what she saw. So yeah. One side really wants me that Date is not the killer, but is involved in it because of his eye and the 6 years ago the memories. But on the other side, there is this lingering doubt in the back of my mind that he really could be it. Will this game ever give me a full conclusion on that? Or do I need to go through all branches first in order to get there? Alright, so let's summarize for me. I didn't learn anything from speaking with Boss and Pewter. If anything, the mystery only grew deeper. Pewter shook me from my thoughts.
Dante, it looks like Iris is about to wake up.
Got it.
I headed to the sink room.
Hey Iris, about that dream earlier.
Dream? What dream?
There is no point in asking her, Date. The subject of a sink does not experience somnium in the way that you do. They will not remember it.
Then what about the Cyclops killer from 6 years ago?
Cyclops killer? I remember hearing it on the news. But I was just a little girl. I don't remember anything specific.
You don't?
No.
What about the scene of the murder?
I don't know. I've never been there.
But...
Dreams are pieced together from memories, even repressed subconscious ones.
Oh, this is curious. So we had to have seen this conversation before we continue on. So maybe after we talk to all pieces with Pewter and Boss, then we are going into the continuation of the story. So my mind, I think, what if we didn't went that route with the conversation? So this tells us we had to.
You can't dream of something you know nothing about. Date, could you take Iris home?
Huh?
We do not have enough evidence to hold her. Even in Somnium, we couldn't find anything. The law demands that we release her.
Of course, they're saying this to put Iris's mind at ease, so she would go upon her normal business and maybe trip up along the way. Because we know a lot about her now. We know she's involved. And with the other branches we've already seen, very damning. Very damning indeed.
You cannot decline, Date.
Date, could we make a stop first?
Sure. Where?
Marble. It's a bar in Golden Yokocho.
You know about that place?
Yeah, Mr. Okiura took me before.
Why do you want to go there?
There's something I want to talk about.
We can't talk here?
It might take a while.
And the road is not that long.
What do you think?
There's no reason to refuse. Besides, there's a lot I want to ask her too. Alright, sure.
Iris nodded and pulled out her phone. Is she sending a null message to someone? I was curious, but I didn't want to pry. So let Ipa pry for you. I turned the wheel and drove to Marble. Marble, Sunday, 9:41 p.m. When we walked in, I didn't see Mama anywhere. To my surprise, I saw Oda sitting at the counter. The person she sent the null message to.
Tessa!
Oh, Ota!
Alright, ooh, different outlook on the place. Let's check it out. There are bottles of alcohol on the shelf. A refrigerator. There's music playing over the radio. A painting of Saint Sebastian. The specials are written on the chalkboard. There's a poster on the wall. A stool. A bar counter. There's a table in front of the sofa. A sofa. It's a menu, it has written on the back. With all the things here, there isn't a lot of things to click on. A hanger on the wall. A flyer. There's a TV on the wall. There are bottles lined up on the counter. And I think that's it. Okay, so we were here to talk to Iris, but Ota's here, so we might address him first. Let's look. It looks like he's bothered by something. Probably that I'm here. Because I think Iris sent him a message to meet up with him at Mama's. But he didn't expect Date to be here. That's why he's like, okay, let's see. Isn't your phone broken?
No, this is my new one. You're thinking of the one I dropped in that puddle.
I never thought I'd run into you here.
I was nihiling with Tessa earlier.
Confirmation of that idea.
She said she was going to Marble, so... I got here just before you did. Look, I was really worried about her. She was about to be charged with a serious crime.
So, where's Mama?
Oh, she left a little while ago. She said something about going to help an acquaintance. She told me to watch the place until she got back.
How well do you know Mama?
Not at all. It's my first time here.
I wasn't particularly surprised. Mama's always dependent on the kindness of strangers, ever since she opened up Marble. Exactly what I was thinking that day. What was that thing about?
This actually works out nicely. I want to ask you something, Ota. It's about a Nile message you sent Iris. You said you wouldn't tell anyone about that thing. That you'd stay quiet no matter what. What were you talking about?
Well,
I'll tell her about the two-litter thing. I swear I'll do it.
geez, fine. Just don't tell anyone else, okay? But before I tell you, who's that?
What?
Who's what?
At the door. Someone's standing outside.
Huh? Really? Did they know about Aiba? Or was it just to take him down? But did you see that smile on Oda's face? He is so much darker on this path. Or was he always that dark? I'm curious. I'm so curious right now. Marble, Monday, 2:48 a.m. I think maybe they did something to Mama. And she's not helping an acquaintance. She's somewhere bound up or killed in a corner. Okay, when I woke up, I was lying on the sofa.
Where am I?
My head was killing me. And my memory was foggy. I felt a sudden pain in my neck. I sat up, rubbing my neck. I looked over the counter. I saw a monster staring back at me. It took me a few seconds before I realized it was Mama.
Looks like you're awake now.
As Mama spoke to me, it all came rushing back. I remembered everything. everything is again clickable. So let's do that. We know it's not that much. Note the wall, poster, a bar counter, a beer tip, bottles lined up. There are bottles of alcohol on the shelf. A stool, a flyer, a hanger on the wall, a sofa. There's a table. It's a menu, it is written on the back. Yeah, and I do expect not to get any funny conversations, because this is, again, a serious moment, and I do tend to not do anything with it. At least joke-wise. Chalkboard. A picture. A radio. A refrigerator. Yep, that's it. Ooh, wait. Nah, the lights are not clickable. Alright. Mama. Mama is polishing the dried bonito, like she always does. What time is it?
It'll be 3 o'clock soon. In the morning, of course.
So we slept all night through this? Why didn't you wake me up?
I tried. You wouldn't budge. I thought you were passed out drunk, so I left you like that.
But I didn't have a glass in front of me, right?
So you weren't drunk?
Didn't have a single drop.
No, I thought you were drinking straight out of the bottle. Just like the old days.
Okay, so that explains everything. So she did went out to help an acquaintance, and she did trust Oda, which that I confirmed with her on the kindness of strangers. So she didn't know anything. So let's ask if she knows where Ota is.
Ota? The boy I asked to watch the bar?
I'd say he's too old to be called a boy, but yeah.
He was already gone when I came back. All I saw was you getting your beauty sleep on the floor.
Damn it, Ota. What are you thinking?
It appears that he took off with Iris.
What were you doing during all this?
My power was shut down due to the stun gun. I have rebooted in safe mode and am now operational. Date, the boss is calling.
Oh, how am I gonna report this one?
Date, listen. Stay calm, but this is an emergency. Just now, the killer... Well, just watch the video. I sent the address to Iba.
It's the same scene.
Iris. No, that's...
The criminal is streaming this live.
Iba, the source.
Identified. The Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse, Koto District.
Okiura?
Date, focus. We need to get to the site, now.
I thank Mama and ran out of marble. Ooh, is it going to be different, or is it going to be the same, just from a different perspective? Oh, this is curious. This will answer a lot of my question about the branching.
What's our ETA?
Our destination is far from here. 20 minutes at the fastest.
Please, please let me make it in time. That sick bastard!
Is it coming down?
Tessa! Hold on! I'll save you!
Ota!
So technically it's going exactly the same as in the other branch. But
Stay away from Tessa!
But now it really looks like they're trying to set up a scene. Especially with the smile on Ota's face. I kept my foot to the gas the whole time. I could feel the sweat on my palms, the engine racing in a high-pitched scream. I could barely hear it. My heartbeat was pounding in my ear, shaking me to the core. How much time has passed? The feeling of time itself had disappeared. Eventually, the car reached a long bridge. Shortly after, the image changed.
No, it can't be.
Oh, this is different. Oh, that didn't succeed.
Stop!
Oh my god, are we actually gonna see it? Oh, this is messed up. This is dark as shit.
No!
So this points it in the direction of Ota being the killer here? Okay, so far it seems every time we think a certain direction for a killer, that killer is being destroyed by the story. It's like Shyamalan the entire thing into oblivion. Like Tristan turns everywhere. But yeah, Harbor Warehouse District, Monday, 3:35 a.m. A second victim? Don't tell me there's Ota under there. It is.
Ota.
Oh my lord. Okay, there's a lot to compound here in my mind on what just happened. But yeah, police headquarters, Monday, 10:02 a.m.
There you are. Finally. I was looking all over for you.
Okay, so what have we got now? It was the same scene as in our original path, but here Ota did not stop the killing of Iris. Here it actually continued. The polar bear won, and not only killed Iris but Ota at the same time. If you remember Ota's evil smile when we saw that. So could it be that Ota did actually commit the crime of killing Iris, but then was killed himself by his partner? Because it seems that the serial killer always had a partner, a blue and a red one. Oh, this is going to be so interesting. I wouldn't be too surprised if they do question Date for what they've seen and stuff like that, but they have Aiba in his eye, so it could be proven that he wasn't there. He wasn't the one doing the killing, so yeah. Interesting. But you know what? I'm gonna leave it right here. Another cliffhanger, like I love to do in these kinds of mystery investigations. And next time, I'm thinking we're gonna be questioned by the boss to what happened, what did we see. Or did we came into the questioning room just to get our own thoughts about the entire situation? And will this link this branching tree to So as well? Just like it did in the other two? And if so, what will that mean for the story? What will we see here? But yeah, For that, we need to go back here on the next episode. And as always, I hope to see you there. But until then, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. Till next time. Bye-bye.